Hello, everybody. Let me know if the poll came up. Poll ends in 9 seconds. Oh, well, that was fast. I don't know. TikTok came up with, asked me if I wanted to do a poll, and I was like, yeah, let's see who would have given Helen a ride. Anyways, welcome back to Jeff Lewis Obsessed, where I recap Jeff Lewis Live every weekday at 12 o'clock California time, 2 o'clock Texas time, and 3 p.m. New York City time. It's a Wednesday, but I don't know if we're ever going to have any more wet Wednesdays now that Brandy and Julie are doing the Jeff Lewis Live after show. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I am so glad y'all are able to join live. It makes it so much more fun to chat with y'all. I love your comments. Sometimes y'all give me lots of information. You change my mind about things. Like, you give me another perspective that I love. So I'm so glad that you do that. If you are just joining and wonder what this is, we rechat Jeff Lewis Live every day and all kinds of other stuff that's going on. And there is a lot of stuff going on right now. So anyways, give me a subscribe on YouTube. Give me a like. Give me a follow. Tap the screen on TikTok. I would be so appreciative so much. You know, Nat, vacation is going wonderful. We've got such good weather. I did close because you can't really see it's so bright you can't really see anything. So I did close the blinds for today. Anyways, hoping it helps me see the comments a little more too. Anyways, if you are new though, please subscribe, like, give me a comment. All of that stuff helps so much. I've been waiting for you to call in. No, I don't know that I'll call into Julie and Brandy's show. I think it'd be awkward. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to call in I don't know. I think it'd be awkward. Not that I would say anything like, oh my God, I love Jeff Lewis too, but I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Alyssa would probably be like, hello, Sarah. Anyways, I did not get to watch New Jersey yet. I am seeing some of the stuff though. Thank you for the like and the lives on TikTok, Kim. I see you, and Angela. Let's get into shout out news. Then we will recap Jeff Lewis Live. And then always we have a little bit of question answer at the end. Also, we're going to chat about today's after show, of course. So, okay, let's get started. Andy Cohen was on Howard Stern this morning. It was really good. I kind of missed a lot of it though because I slept in super late. And someone sent me a message, thank you, Jesus, that y'all are so wonderful, the Jeff Lewis Live sleuths that send me stuff. And I thought it was right. It said today. My brain read Andy Cohen will be on Friday. I don't know how I missed this. Why wasn't it promoted more, I feel like? Or did I just miss it because I'm on vacation? I don't really know. But anyways, it was on today, so I didn't get to hear it all. But I think I'd forgotten that he had sex with Lance Bass. But that was so long ago. I guess it's still his most famous person. So I don't know, as famous as Andy Cohen is, and thankfully as more out publicly that, famous people can get now, and they're not worried about their career being harmed from it, because that was a true concern for so long. I'm surprised. So he's got more of a pool of out gay men, right? I'm surprised he hasn't slept with a quote A-lister, as Howard Stern put it, because I guess Lance Bass wasn't A-list enough for him. So anyways, shout out everybody. I love that y'all can join me live. Hi, Ben Finer. Hello. I love it so much. And if you are watching this on a replay, thank you so much. Still put your comments. Because we still want to chat about it, right? Lots of people don't watch live. They watch on the replay, so they want to chat about things in the comments also. Plus, I love seeing that and talking to y'all. Okay, I guess today is Heather McDonald's birthday. Also, how the hell did I miss that? I guess she's on Give Them Lala's podcast. I haven't heard of anything amazing from it yet, but again, I am on vacation, so I was just at the pool for an hour and a half. Then I was at the beach, so tonight we're going to, this afternoon we're going over to 30A, to go shopping and dinner. So anyways, I need to get all of the sunscreen off of me soon. But so I'm probably missing stuff. So feel free to DM me anything that I'm missing for sure. I would love that. Thank you for tapping the screen on TikTok. I really appreciate it. He needs to have you on as a guest. Jeff and Lance. I don't know what that is. Dot is your name. Anyways, okay. What else? New Jersey. Did John Fuda really changed his name to have a cooler, more famous last name? Like, seriously, now we know, as much as Vanderpump Rules people have been giving shit to Rachel for changing her name, if she really did that in first grade and she's gone with it since then, no offense, but that's a lot less cheesy than all these people that have changed their name Jason to Jax, Lauren to Lala. She's changed the spelling too. Who else? I know I'm missing some others. You know what I mean? Like, why are they everyone giving each other, why are they giving Raquel so much shit? Now I'm like defending Rachel Raquel, but whatever. I just don't like that Tom and Raquel are getting so much shit for this. Like, I've been saying it the entire time, getting so much shit for, quote, defending them. I'm not really defending them. I'm just saying they shouldn't be getting so murdered over this, okay? Like, I am seeing some people, Stassi came out and said, yeah, he is an asshole, clearly, but they also shouldn't be get demolished over this, right? I was so funny about the flower arrangement Gage got for his birthday. It did look like toilet paper. Okay, so were you the one that sent me that, Bobby? So clearly Gage was letting us know that Scott Anderson got him beautiful white flowers for his birthday yesterday, you know, because he like posted like randomly, not randomly, but he won't just say, Scott got me this beautiful flowers. Just say it. But anyways, I couldn't figure out the flowers or if it looks like roses mixed in with like toilet paper. Is that a flower that I just don't know of? Some exotic, super expensive flower? I don't know. If it is, it's way too fancy for me. I don't even know what it was, like clearly. But let me know in comments or shoot me a DM if it's a real flower or if it's just roses with some white toilet paper mixed in for decor. Who knows? Kim and Kroy back in the news again. They're both saying each other's abusive. Now she's claiming he was mentally and emotionally abusive to her for years. Like, how did they hide that they had and is it a lie? How did she hide that their marriage was so on the rocks for years? Now, granted, he definitely wasn't posting on Instagram very much over the last few years. So I guess if you're not posting very much, then you can definitely make things seem better than they are. I just hate that. I'm just so real. I can't be fake like some people get. I'm going to close this a little more. Sorry, it's driving me nuts. It's going to get all dark and romantic in here with y'all. Anyways, but I guess a lot of the stuff she was posting was like her and her two older girls. I don't know. I just hate feeling like we were duped into this happy marriage, right? Is he Lourdes? Okay, Lourdes says Kroy is reconnecting with his family. I haven't seen anything to show me that. Oh, I love that, Kim. The flowers were not near as nice as what Gage sent to Jeff. Ooh. So Gage sent nicer flowers to Jeff than Scott is sending to Gage. Who has more money of the three? I think Scott has a lot of money, y'all. I really do. And by money, I don't mean just projects I think Jeff has more projects going on right now that are going to give him money in the future. But I think Scott has a lot of money in the bank right now. Clearly, if Gage is on a payment plan for Monroe's first grade tuition, maybe he doesn't have the money that we think he does. I don't know. Anyways, oh, that sounded catty, didn't it? Oh my goodness. Okay. What else? I guess Kroy, this Rolls Royce payment that he's not being made. I guess they just have money problems. I don't see them as a Rolls Royce person though. Do you? Does that sound weird? You can have money and not, like, I would never drive a Rolls Royce. I mean, never say never, right? But I'm saying I don't feel that's where I would spend my money. That's not the kind of car that I would have. What does Scott do? Susan says. Somebody answer her in comments because I don't know how to word that right. Real estate. Oh, I don't really know what he does. I know he's got the rental house, but I don't really know how he makes the money he does. He definitely comes from money, right? Okay, and last but not least, in shout out news, Ryan Seacrest is possibly up to replace Pat Sajak. That doesn't surprise me at all. I think he'd be perfect for it. They don't work that many days out of the year to do Wheel of Fortune. I think he'd be great for it. Anyways, okay, let's get into Jodie Sweetin and Megan Weaver. I didn't really hear Megan talk much at all today. Did y'all? At the very beginning, they talked about her being off Mounjaro for 4 weeks now, and she's actually lost a pound. She says the opposite. Thank you for all the likes on TikTok and for tapping the screen. Thank you so much. Keep doing it. Just tap, tap, tap the screen. It's free. It just helps with my engagement, so I really appreciate it. if you haven't already, please stop to give me a follow, a subscribe, like the TikTok, like the YouTube video. It all helps. Give me a comment. Even if you just say, I love Jodie or I love Jeff, any comment helps. It gets more people looking at my account and gets a lot more Jeff Lewis and reality friends to join us. Yes, Susan, Jodie talks a lot. She was a good guest. I didn't feel she was obnoxious, and I didn't feel she talked over anyone. I also felt like she stayed on task, right? So on the after show, actually, she admits to Brandy and Julie that she actually has ADHD, and that's why she doesn't watch a lot of TV shows, because she's always like, what can I do next? They assumed it was maybe because she's been an actor her whole life, and that's why she didn't like it. She does like crime, which fits right in with Jeff, right? She's definitely a chump. And she likes documentaries, so I agree. I did too, Kim. I love Jodie on the show. Okay, remind me though, because the app works fine for me when it's Jeff Lewis Live. When it's the after show or something else I'm watching, doesn't it skip for y'all? Like they'll say something like, I'm just gonna say, there's the laundry basket, because that's what I'm looking at. And they'll say, there's the laundry basket. And then 2 seconds later, it'll say, there's the laundry basket. And it starts over again. Lags. Okay, it's so annoying. Sirius XM, you got to get your shit together. Jeff fucking Lewis has a digital channel. He has devoted a lot of time and energy to Sirius XM. Get it together. Yeah, mine was skipping several times today, and I didn't necessarily notice that yesterday. It doesn't skip for Kelly. This is also what I noticed. Some people will DM me that they don't see something up in the app. I'll go to check it and it'll be there. So how can an app be different for everyone? It's so weird that some of us will see stuff and some of us won't. Thank you for tapping the screen on TikTok. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm so glad y'all can join live. Susan skips occasionally too. Anyways, what else? Okay, I'm gonna skip over the whole 4 marriages thing. She didn't really go into her sobriety, but was it alcohol or drugs or both? I couldn't really tell. It does sound like she quickly got her shit together though. She graduated with now did she graduate from Chapman University? Because see, Jeff only went there before he transferred to USC, right? So that's why he wouldn't show up as one of the famous graduates, because he didn't graduate from there. He probably shows up on the USC famous people, right? Probably with Shannon Bedore, hopefully, and Heather McDonald. Who else is from, there's so many from USC, right? Anyways, let's talk Helen. I tried to set up a poll here on TikTok because it came up with one and said, do you want a poll? Quick poll. I don't know how to do this. Start a new poll. Anyways, tell me in comments if you had a neighbor in their if you're a man, if you're a grown-ass man like Jeff, you've got your 6-year-old daughter in the back seat of was he in the Range Rover, or did it even say? They talked about it being the tall car, so I think they were in the Range Rover. She's 2 houses down. She's lived there. She raised her kids in this expensive neighborhood. I don't exactly know where his rental home is. We know the house he bought is in Hancock Park, right? But the rental home is very near the Beverly Center, so not out of the way or anything. But if she's lived there her whole life and raised her kids, she should know some other neighbors around her. She should have somebody to call or text. I totally understand if she's in her 70s, maybe not knowing Uber and not trusting getting in an absolute stranger's house. But was she just going to walk around the streets and hope that somebody backed out of their gated house? And she was going to tap on the door and ask them for a ride? She clearly knew who he was, right? Monroe had met her. He never told us, though, how did you meet this lady without me? I'm assuming with one of the babysitters, one of the nannies maybe. Walking the dog with somebody else. I don't really know. It's, okay, Wendy, it sounds like it was at the new house. They were arguing about this on the after show. On the after show, and I agreed with them. My brain, when I envisioned them talking about it, was at the rental house. So I don't know. He's been at this rental house. He did give her a ride, Linda, and he learned a lot about her. Which, if you ever see pictures or video of Jeff out in the wild, like when they're at the roundup or somewhere like that, especially if Krista's with them, she'll take videos and post them. Heather McDonald will, Krista Lamas. You always see Jeff talking in the background with some, I don't want to say random stranger, probably a fan, probably somebody, you know, he gravitates to hot, young, thin, rich, sexy people. But I do think he's a people person. I think he loves talking to other people and getting interesting stories for his show even, right? But that's also probably part of his job, being famous, is kind of talking to people when you're out in the public, right? You can't just keep to yourself. It's not fun. If I were out and I saw, you know, Jeff Lewis and all the chumps, I mean, if I just stared at him, it wouldn't be fun. But if they kind of make it an option for you to go up to them and they kind of open up their circle and you see other fans coming up to them, you know that it'd be okay. You know what I mean? Somebody else thought the rental house too. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for the follow. Oh, thank you for the follow, Melanie. I appreciate it. The rental isn't close to the Beverly Center. I thought the rental was. I can't keep it all straight. He's lived so many places, seriously. Oh my God, Louis, what do you think? I think he's crazy. And even John Hill said today, as he was waiting on Andy Cohen, because Andy Cohen ran late for Andy Cohen Live because he was about 38 minutes late, still being interviewed with Howard Stern. So John Hill was kind of on his own. He kind of sounded a little nervous about it. He took a lot of phone calls. But anyways, he watched the reunion last night. He told Andy that Louis is like, I forget how he worded it, but like the craziest person to ever be on the Housewives. That's saying a lot, right? For sure. Dina says the rental is in West Hollywood, and that's definitely where the Beverly Center is because I've been there twice now. Anyways, what else? Did y'all listen to the after show? I love that they had Jodie Sweetin on in the beginning, but they didn't ask her about that phone call that got through that I don't think would have gotten through. They said this on the after show. I don't think this call would have gotten through if Alyssa was still on Jeff Lewis Live taking the calls, and Jameson even said that. So there was a caller that came through that said, oh, I loved your book. Well, Jodie Sweetin did write a book a long time ago. This other lady, though, that she was getting her confused with, this other TV show. Oh, God, my brain just went blank on the TV show. iCarly. She said, oh, and will you ever come back on iCarly? Well, she was getting her mixed up with this other actress that was on iCarly that wrote a book somewhat recently about saying, I'm so glad my mother died or something, because I guess her mom was a real bad stage mom, sorry. And they totally didn't understand that she had just gotten her completely mixed up. So they didn't, that's the only thing about I wish they would have talked to Jodie Sweetin about that. Although I guess it really had nothing to do with her. No, never mind. I take that back. It was more fun that they talked to Jameson about it because Jameson was a big part of the after show today. I kind of like that. I think he's so good on the radio. He's able to like talk so smoothly. He's not like me. I am always like, you know, because my brain is just a million places. I think Jameson is so clear-headed. He has a great voice for radio. I thought he was just so good. He was really good on, yeah, I like when he talks a lot, Diane. Me too. Oh, Louis is scary. I do, Jeanette McCurdy. Yes, that's exactly who they were talking about. Yeah. Is she the blonde one from, I loved iCarly. I think she's the blonde one from iCarly. That makes me sad. Again, it's like the Kim and Croy thing. You have in your brain that they're this big, happy family, and then they say now, you know, their marriage was terrible for years. So who knows what to believe with that. Anyways, Jeanette was the blonde. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I thought he was so good too. So for a while before, so I had the hint, because it was a huge hint, lots of hints that Brandy and Julia were getting a Jeff Lewis Live after show. Okay, so I kind of had this in my brain for 6 or 8 months. Okay, let's just say that. But even before that, I was saying that I've said several times that I wish Alyssa and James shows for sure. Yes, Michelle, the after show is on the digital channel only, 7, 8, 9. And it's easy enough to get over there. Would it be easier if it was just on Jeff Lewis? I mean, on Radio Andy, yeah. Or would it be easier? But I can see I froze. See, I hate whenever I have technology because I don't see it. Is it back on YouTube? Give me a thumbs up if I'm back on YouTube because see, I'm moving and everything on YouTube. Uh-oh, maybe I'm frozen on YouTube. I don't see any more comments. Somebody on YouTube, let me know if I'm back. Megan adds nothing in my opinion. I just didn't hear her talk at all today. Do you think she was, thank y'all for letting me know that it messed up. All I did was just like move the screen. So if y'all don't let me know that, I don't know to at least try to touch the screen and fix it. Jodie was fine with that call. I've read both of the books and they're both good. Oh my God, thanks for letting us know. Mark it as your favorite channel. Yeah, so I made a video about this the other day to hit the star button. There's also a button on Jeff Lewis Live After Show on 789. Hit the star to favorite it. And you can also, there's a button down closer to the bottom left-ish that says set reminder. And that will add a reminder to pop up with it. The problem I'm finding is probably because I'm on vacation, but even when I'm not, you know, a lot of us, even if we listen live, we can't listen exactly live, right? So I'll pause it if I get a phone call. I'll pause it if I, you know, load the dishwasher, things like that. But thank y'all for letting me know on YouTube. Thank y'all for tapping the screen on TikTok. We're up to almost 7,500 likes. Thank you so much. Just tap the screen. Hello, Ashley the Bravo Mom. Are you on? Oh my God, y'all. Her name is Ashley, but the Bravo Mom is so nice. She was my first TikTok friend. So I have a very small, close-knit group of Instagram fan account friends that I've had for over a year. But when I started posting more on TikTok, Ashley was my first friend, and she's really nice and amazing. Definitely a girl's girl. So make sure you're checking out the Bravo Mom. On Instagram, she is on, no, tell me your name on Instagram. And Ashley, she's like the official Bravo Mom or something like that. She had to change it because they weren't that. Just catching up on New York? New Jersey, I think you meant. The official Bravo Mom is her Instagram name, yeah. But join her here on TikTok, the Bravo Mom. She's got little stars next to her name. It's really cute. Anyways, what else do you want to talk about? I haven't been writing a lot of notes. I don't know if the show, it's not been bad this week, but there just hasn't been a lot to talk about, I feel like. So my notes have been very slim, right? So I've had more notes about Shout Out News than I have the actual show. Thank you, Ashley. I am trying to get a little bit of a tan, but I didn't lay out much today. But anyways, about to shower. We're going to head over to 38 area. Oh, Mariah, that does make sense. I do, as comfortable and confident as I feel like Megan is, that does make sense to me. Mariah says, I feel like Megan is always quieter when there are real stars on, not just chumps. But I think she's right in that, right? I think she's letting them shine and letting them get all of their stuff said that they want in whatever conversation Jeff wants. And if she's supposed to be chiming in, then she will. Michelle says, do you think Jeff is hurting the show by not talking too much about his personal life? Wow. Y'all tell me in comments, what do you think as listeners? We're all listeners, so So on TikTok, if I make a video about Gage and Jeff, you've got the Jeff haters, you've got the Gage lovers, you've got the Jeff lovers, the Gage haters. It's very opinionated in comments on my Gage and Jeff. And then somebody will post, that's all he talks about. Me as a daily listener and doing a fan account of Jeff Lewis Obsessed, I don't feel like he only talks about, yeah. No, Michelle, I want you to be honest. Hey, it's just us. Literally, it's just us. I feel bad by saying I do. I also, yeah, as a listener, we do want to hear stuff that he has to say about his personal life, right? Because if not, we feel like, thank you for the follow, Apple user. If he's not, we feel like he's holding back from us. And this to me, so Susan says Jeff is entertaining without the relationship stuff. So you've got both sides of it, right? I felt like, I don't want to say duped, but I felt like when Jeff and Gage, whoopsie, Jeff and Stu had their latest explosive situation, because I don't guess I want to call it a breakup. And then Jeff, good Lord, Gage's birthday was yesterday, so I guess that's what's on my brain. When Stu was invited to come on the radio show and give his side of things, and he told us, hey, we've been broken up or on serious pause since May 7th. And, we're not talking, we're not seeing each other, we're not doing anything. Jeff wasn't telling us that. So even though we were all chatting about, hey, they're really quiet, we could assume either way. Jeff has decided they're not going to talk about their personal life anymore as much. You know what I mean? Or we learned from Stu, and Jeff had to finally admit, yeah, we were on pause since May 7th. So I don't know that we would have known that if Stu wouldn't have brought that up. So I felt personally like it was information I should have known about Jeff. And, right or wrong, I'm just telling you, as a listener, I do want to know about his personal life. Am I invested in him and Stu? Absolutely. I've met Stu, I've met Jeff multiple times. I adore both of them. I always want them happy, no matter how that ends up looking. If they're together for a year and a half, if they're together for 5 years, if they're together for the next 30 years. You know what I mean? But, and then other people like Diane says, no Stu talk anymore. How can anyone love Gage? Well, there's a lot of, it's not that they love Gage, Robin, it's that they hate Jeff so much. That's what it is. And, Donna Bowling is on vacation right now. This is Donna, I'm sorry. My brain went blank. Donna Bowling, what is her thing? Daily Dose of Donna. I'm thinking of her Instagram, which is This Is Donna. Daily Dose of Donna, Dana, is an amazing account. Make sure you're following her. On Instagram, she's called This Is Donna Bowling. She often says, if you're going to be on the public eye, kind of like me doing a fan chat, things like that, you expect to have people that have very strong opinions. Like, that's almost a good thing. You want people to really like you, and I hope y'all really like me. And you also want people that are like, oh, I can't stand that girl. Not that you want that, but I think you should expect that sometimes if you're a big personality that's putting yourself out there like Jeff Lewis is, and he put his relationship with Gage out there, you're going to have very strong opinions either way. Hi, Detroit, Bex. I listened to Andy part of it. Most of what I listened to was when John Hill was on by himself. And then I flipped over and listened to the rest of Andy Cohen with Howard Stern. And then I flipped over and listened to a little bit more. So yeah. Yes, we talked about that yesterday, Delia. Did you already talk about how Andy talked about Jeff reading his text on air? Wait. No, we did not. Tell me. Oh, he did talk about it today, you mean? Oh, no. If y'all ever screen record, just swipe your iPad down and screen record. Send me a clip of that. I would love that. Because I'm about to get ready and go to 30A, so I probably won't be able to listen to it. I don't know, Mariah. So Mariah says, obviously, if you're a fan of Jeff, you aren't going to like Gage, but we haven't heard from him in years, have we? Oh, no, we heard a lot about him a few months ago and has asked me anything. We heard a lot. It's all one-sided from Jeff. With peace and love, Jeff loves to live in his victimhood. I don't disagree 1,000% with all of that. You're right. If you're a fan of Jeff, you aren't going to like Gage. I think a lot of people are a fan of Jeff and they do like Gage. I hear it in my DMs. I really do. It's one of those things like me having the balls to say that everyone needs to fucking leave Sandoval and Raquel alone because they're not the worst people in the world. And saying that I went to see a concert of his, oh, you can't support him. Well, that's not true. There's a lot of really shitty people in this world that we still support, right? But anyways, so when people defend him, I think you're always going to get people that don't like that at all, right? I am missing what he said. Andy thinks texts are personal. Oh, I agree. I said it yesterday, I think, that Andy was not going to be happy that Jeff shared his... Oh, thank you, Robin. Love you. I said it yesterday on the recap that Jeff is not going to like that Andy read their text. Yeah. But is he going to be shocked? No. Some of this to me is like the Megan and Heather thing, which I talked about yesterday. Yes, Heather didn't like being the victim of that, but did she take it and run with it? Yes. Did she make money off of it? Yes. Did she get ratings? Did she get subscribers on her YouTube? Did she get subscribers on her Patreon? Yes. To me, it's what the Vanderpump Rules people are doing. They are taking it and running with it. Ariana is set to make like $1 million, if not more, off of being cheated on and humiliated. I mean, a lot of people are cheated on and humiliated for free, or they lose everything in their life, right? They lose half the house, they lose everything. So Heather had to get ahead of Jeff's show. I respectfully, Cat and SoCal, disagree with that. I love that she said, yes, Jeff is going to talk about it on his show, and I needed to do that before he does. I really feel like it was Megan's fight. It really wasn't Jeff's. So if Megan had a show, I would understand that. But I feel like Heather, which is absolutely true. Even Kelly Dodd and Rick said that. You know, as much as they don't think that Heather should have made it public, they were like, damn straight we would have talked about this. If something like this happened in our personal life, we would have talked about it on our Patreon. Behind the paywall, we're absolutely. It happened to Heather. No, you're right. But her saying, in my opinion, respectfully, let's have a nice conversation about this. From what I remember, because this is months ago, from what I remember her saying is that that Jeff would have talked about it. I don't know that he would have, only because it wasn't him. It was Megan. And Megan, you know, in the big scheme of things, is a small part of Jeff Lewis Live. But who knows, right? Go for it, though. I love that she did that. You know what I mean? It was Heather and Megan's tiff. Any of us would have done exactly what Heather did, Melanie says. I don't know. To me, I don't think normal people would have done that. Heather is in the business to make her personal life, just like Jeff, a part of her show, of her Patreon, of her Juicy Scoop podcast. So yes, this did happen to her. It was friends, you know, Jeff Lewis and Juicy Scoopers. I don't know. They seemed to be divisive when that was all going on, but they intermingle for sure. But because Megan and Jeff Lewis are famous people, she was going to talk about it. I think, whereas like Jeff, you know, if the dog groomer makes him mad, he's going to talk about things like that. Whereas Heather McDonald is more going to talk about celebrity stuff that goes on for sure. I don't know. Neam says, I don't think it worked out so well for Heather regardless. I think it worked out for her great. You know what I mean? I think it worked out for her great. I mean, it hurt her feelings. Don't get me wrong. That was horrible. I don't like that. You know, what Megan said to her and how Megan said it to her, I don't love. I would love to know if Heather McDonald regrets. If in the end, if she was happy that it all happened. I don't know. Carrie says she wouldn't have done that. That's what I meant. If I had an audience, yes, Melanie. If I had an audience, I would want to speak on my truth, not wait on someone else to speak. And I love both Heather and the Chumps. Absolutely. I do agree with that. And then Chris says, the way Heather handled it made me dislike her. I definitely read a lot about that. Kate, months ago, Megan Weaver was with Heather McDonald at Kelly Dodd's house, and there was a lot of drinking going on, which doesn't excuse it, but it is part of the story for sure, because you know, with alcohol, things happen. And she basically told Heather, look, a lot of the Chumps don't even like you. I don't really like you, and I don't care to see you again. And it was really hurtful to Heather. Then it started this online thing. So scroll down my TikTok, you'll see some videos about it for sure. Yeah, I feel like Heather has lost some of her fans, especially the Chump group. I felt like it definitely divided. It made Juicy Scoopers against Chumps. It did. And then there was like me in the middle, like I'm definitely more Jeff Lewis than I am Heather. I only listen, honestly, because there's only so much time in the day. I only listen to Juicy Scoop when I get the chance. And then there's people that just love Juicy Scoop and love everything Heather McDonald. I have been to a live show of hers. I thought she was great during BravoCon last year. I love her and Jeff's friendship, but yeah, I'm a Jeff person over a Juicy Scooper. Um, but there's definitely people that are both, and then people that hate the other one for sure. Ooh. With Jeff's rising star, there's a pull toward Jeff, like I see Julie and Brandy doing less with Heather. That, Neum, that might be a thing of them just being busier than ever, because now, they're doing this show 5 days a week for an hour. Don't forget, they're also probably getting paid, I guess, to sit and listen to Jeff Lewis live so they can recap it. So that's 10 hours a week right there, added on to what they were already doing. And now they're also going to do flipping out for an hour on Fridays. So that's 11 hours a week. They just may not even have the time. Oh, they were supposed to be on Juicy Scoop, but canceled when Brandy's dog passed away. I thought they did go on it. They just didn't talk. When they were on Jeff Lewis, they didn't talk about her dog passing away at all. Which that's a lot. That's common. Jeff doesn't, I don't think he likes talking about sad things, to be honest with you. Thank you for sharing the live, Angie. Well, we are going to wrap it up. That's about 36 minutes. I do try to keep this to about 30 minutes. Push the subscribe button. Make sure to follow me. I'm on Instagram. There's a Facebook group, Jeff Lewis Obsessed. Everything is under Jeff Lewis Obsessed. Please, 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 I beg of you. Thank you for the follow, Kate. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, comment on something, even if it's a heart. All of that helps my engagement. Trust me, I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Carrie. Have fun, friend. Talk to you tomorrow. I will see y'all tomorrow at 12 o'clock California time. Bye, Chumpets. Have an amazing day. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, because that's where I put more of my personal stuff, like if I'm going to the beach or something. Not that that's very exciting. Anyways, if I find an amazing shrimp cocktail tonight, you can bet there's going to be a picture. Oh my God. Love shrimp cocktails so much. Love seafood so much. Thank you on YouTube. If you're watching the replay, please hit the subscribe. Please comment. Please like immediately. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.